Hi there, it's Sheree from Sheree's Crafty Girls. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm going to make this beautiful hexagonal box that is made on the gift bag punch board. I absolutely love the punch board. It is absolutely fantastic. It's a good size box and I think it's rather nice. So I hope you enjoy making plenty of these. So you're going to need the gift bag punch board and 2 pieces of cardstock. The base measures 11 5/8 by 4 2/8 and the lid measures 11 5/8 by 3 5/8. You need 3 pieces, 3 2-inch circles from your cardstock, 4 pieces of corresponding DSP, and that's also 2 inches, and then you're going to need 6 little pieces of corresponding DSP, and they measure 1.5, oh my gosh, I say 1.5 by 1 1/4, and you need 6 of those. So the box itself starts out on your scoreboard, and I'm just going to bring you in a little bit, just a little bit, there we go, and you're going to score. This is the base, and this measures 11 5/8 by 4 2/8. The long side at the top you're going to score at 1 7/8, 3 3/4, 5 1/2, 7 3/8, 9 1/4, and 11 1/8. And we'll pop that to one side. And for the lid, again, is 11 5/8 by 3 5/8, and you're going to measure at 1 7/8, 3 3/4, 5 5/8, 7 1/2, 9 3/8, and 11 1/4. Whoops, without it wobbling all over the place. Okay, so we pop that to one side. Bringing back your base card, you are now, whoops, I don't know why I'm holding that. You're going to bring in your gift bag punch board and pushing it right to the top, but not quite coming to the start line yet, because you're going to just do your horizontal line all the way across, top and bottom, and do that again along the bottom, and along your lid. Flip it over and do exactly the same again. So you've got all your horizontal lines then done. Now all you're going to do is some punching. So pop your card straight back in, align your pointer to the edge and the straight start line, and punch, slide it along so your score line matches the start line and your pointer, and punch, and do that on all score lines. Punch, punch, and you're going to do that all the way along. Oh gosh, it's hard. When it starts getting hard like that, it's normally because it's quite full with those. So flip it over, align your pointer with the edge of your book, the paper, and punch, Slide it to your score lines. Punch. Just move them that way. And that's the base of your box. And with the lid of your box, you are going to, and you have two options here. First of all, we'll do the base of the box. So, and you do exactly the same. So you match up your edge of your card to your pointer and punch. Slide it across to your score lines and punch. I'm going to turn it this way. I think it'd be easier for me to punch without being actually in your way. So line it to your score line and punch all the way across. Including your last score line. Now you can either, which is what I'm going to do, is punch the way you just have, or you can bring it onto your trimmer now and cut 1/4 of an inch off. But I'm going to pop it through and align it to the first score line, the little tab one, punch, and do that to all my score lines again. Gosh. So, push it through, punch it to your score line, punch. I flip it over to do the end one, align it to your start line and punch, and that's the punch board finished with. So we can pop that out of the way. And as I say, now I will bring in my trimmer. And it doesn't matter which side you're going to use because they're both exactly the same size, but we just want to take it down 1/4 of an inch. So align it to your 1/4 of an inch, which is just like that, and just take that all away, and that's all rubbish. Right, so popping the lid to one side, we'll continue on with our base of our box. So fold and burnish your score lines. Don't worry about those, we're going to snip them away. I'm just going to fold and burnish those score lines first, like so, and then your long ones. Make sure they're nice and aligned and quite crisply scored. Last one, and we will now just snip away those tabs by putting a little notch on either side, and then we're going to bring in our DSP and we're going to pop those in the centre like so. Now ideally you would use your silicone mats, but for some reason I've misplaced mine, so using some Tombow snail pass views or whichever adhesive you like, just adhere a beautiful DSP onto your centre square. Nice and central. That needs to come over a little bit, but never mind. So we're just gluing our DSP. we're going to pop that all into our centres. And this is from our Christmas DSP stack, I think, which is really, really pretty. I've used all of mine up. I've literally got just a few bits left, and that is called the Christmas Specialty DSP, and that's beautiful. As I say, I've used most of mine. Now I shall have to order some more. So pop those in the centre of your box like so. Some sticker strip on your tab, right side facing. Then pop it over. Doesn't matter which side, unless your DSP pattern has a pattern that's facing a whichever way, and if it's the pattern's to the top, then you need to fold these ones in, as this will be the base of your box. But this hasn't got a pattern, so I'm just going to pop some DSP, some sticky strip. You could use snail or fast fuse, or your Tombow. I'm just using my tear and tape along these tabs, because these are going to fold inside and reinforce the box. Okay. Now, taking your sticky strip off, I'm just going to fold those in on themselves to reinforce the box, making it nice and strong. Leaving the last one, take your sticky strip, backing paper off your tab and construct your box, making sure that it is nice and neatly aligned, like so. And then that tab will cover your tab that you've just folded over. Then you need some, I'm going to use, what have I done with them? They're here somewhere. Some ribbon. Pop that underneath just to, oh, they're the big ones, that's not going to fit, is it? Crazy. I'm going to use these ribbons. I think 2 will probably be enough, and that you just fold your box over, and that just gives it a little stability for when you're gluing it down. You might just pop that one there. No, it's a little bit too tall. And what I do is I go right on the top, so it's got tuck left, tuck left, tuck left under right, and when you come to the end, you're just going to do the same. Whoops, it's the next one. There we are. So you've got them all flowing round. That's when I get my DSP that matches, glue, and pop that to hide the hole and to secure it. You can of course glue all these down if you want, but I don't think it's necessary. Pop in your supports out, and I'm going to use just a piece of black card that matches the cardstock that I have used. But you could use your DSP in there if you like, it's entirely up to you. And then I just pop that in there, pop my supports back in while I make the lid. And there's the base of your box, which is quite lovely. And now taking the base of your box, again you're just going to snip off your little flaps that you don't need there, and do exactly the same. Fold and burnish all your score lines. your little tab. I think this box is super quick to make. A bit fiddly maybe, but I just like the finish that the gift bag punch board gives you. You could make this on just your scoring board and notch it out with your scissors. You don't have to use the gift bag punch board if you haven't got it. I just like the finish that it gives me. Right, taking your sticky strip, you're just going to put some tear and tape on the flaps that you cut, because they're the ones that are going inside the box, the lid, to reinforce the lid itself. It's very similar to how you did the box. Then pop it over and put some on your, you can find the end, on your tab. And again, do exactly the same as you did before, taking your backing paper off your sticky strip, or if you're just using fast views, just fold them straight in, the same as if you're using Tombow, just pop them straight over. I always start from the end nearest the tab, simply because I'm going to save this tab for when we fold it over, and that covers the tab at the end. So taking your sticky strip off your tab, and as you can see, I've got a little piece left over there that's a little bit too big. I don't know if you can see that there. It's not very focused, is it? You just fold that back on itself and it'll stick to itself and it won't be in the way. Take your last piece of sticky strip away, and again make your lid the same way as you did your box. Fold your last tab over and that hides the tab there. Bring your box back. This is a bit fiddly because it doesn't want to go to start off with, but it will fit quite nicely. You just have to persuade it to start off with, but it's just a little bit of manoeuvring it over because it hasn't got the lid to support it. Slide it down on itself, and again right over left, right over left, right over left, right over left, until you come and you've formed your lid. And this is where we use 3 of our little DSPs. Now just glue them with Tombow or your sticky strip, fast fuse, whichever adhesive you're using, and pop them on. Now find your back really. There's the back of my box. So I'm going to start by putting my DSP like so, and then I have used the sentiment, which is from Oh What Fun, and I've used Merry Wishes, and the little snowflake, which I think is absolutely super because we have the snowflakes on the DSP, and that comes from the 3 of the Snow Place. There's also some snowflakes in Perpetual Birthday Calendar. I love that one as well. And I cut it out on a 2-inch circle punch and the decorative label punch, and then I just edged it with the black, basic black ink. And again, we're just going to put some Tombow on there and pop that, making sure that's the back. So we want it facing the front, in the centre, and then just hold it for a second, just for a little while, and then you're going to slip it off and put some more Tombow or adhesive on the last piece of card that you should have. Pop all that out of the way, it's a mess. Pop that on the inside just to give it a little bit more support, and there you are, a beautiful hexagonal box. I don't want to press it too hard in case it all comes adrift until it's set. There we are. Isn't that super? And there's another one. Amazing Daughter, for a nice little Christmas present. I think they're lovely. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, please like and subscribe. Please leave me a comment, I'd love to hear from you. If you'd like any of the products that I used in this project, there is a link below for my 24-hour shop. If you'd like to come and join my team, I'd love to have you on board. There's a link also below, or visit my blog where all the dimensions and all the details are there, both for buying in the shop, joining my club, or for making these lovely boxes. So until next time, take care, bye!